Bills Mafia, I'm telling you, I have a crystal ball. Welcome into the Bills Breakdown here by Chat Sports. My name is Trace Moustakas. You can call me Moose. And as I just alluded to, I might be the one that put this into existence. DK Metcalf has officially requested a trade from the Seattle Seahawks. Just a couple of hours ago, sitting at my desk, and this bombshell of a news report drops. And it's funny, we were just talking about it. I'm telling you, we have got the inside scoop, it seems, here at Chat Sports. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that we become the fastest growing Bills channel on YouTube. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? This is what Adam Schefter reported. Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf has requested a trade per source. The request came today after a series of conversations over the past 2 weeks, and Metcalf prefers a contender. That's going to be key. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but let's check out what DK has done over the last 4 seasons. It's clear that DK is a productive guy, right? Always right around 1,000 yards, that 60 to 70 reception mark. He's a big-time average guy, so he's a big-time playmaker, and he finds the end zone quite frequently. Now, not as much as you would have liked in 2024, but if you look at the last couple of seasons, finding the end zone, scoring, and productivity is not a problem with DK Metcalf. Now, DK is a 2019 second-round pick out of Ole Miss. If I remember correctly, he was an absolute stud over there. 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-team All-Pro, which tells you that, he's going to be highly coveted come this free agency period, and I'm sure he's going to have multiple offers coming in from multiple teams. Now, like I said, he prefers a contender, so that means he wants a team that's going to be competing for a Super Bowl, not just the playoffs. Hell, the Seahawks were on the fringe of the playoffs. They went 10-7 last year, and I know Bills fans are probably starting to think, contenders? We're contenders every single year. But I'm not quite sold. And I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit. As I alluded to in my last video, when I talked a little bit about DK Metcalf, this is kind of why you drafted Keon Coleman. He's got a very similar body type. Now, I'm not saying he's going to become DK Metcalf. He's not fast enough yet. He doesn't get nearly enough separation. But if you could become 80% of DK Metcalf, what's wrong with that? So I'm not quite sold on DK Metcalf, but I do know that you guys were in the comments. You were screaming at me, hey, this could be something that we take seriously. So I decided, all right, how about a little trade idea? How about DK Metcalf for us? Seattle gets one of our second-round picks this year. I don't think anybody would say no to that. Now, like I said, it's not quite for me. I'm not really into the DK Metcalf. I think he's a head case. I think last year he proved that not only was he a distraction on the sideline, but he has got a lot of growing to do, not only as a player, but as a teammate and as a person. But I'm going to pose it up to you. Would you accept this trade? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I know a bunch of you were saying yes, 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 yes in the comments of the last video. But I'm still going with my no. Now, I believe I could probably be convinced otherwise, but as of right now, I'm not trading for DK. There are plenty more other free agents and other trade candidates that the Bills could go after that aren't near the distraction. And I know a lot of people are still kind of like, well, do we re-sign Amari Cooper? Are we, kind of there yet? So to me, there are plenty of other free agent targets. There are plenty of other trade candidates that the Buffalo Bills could say, we want to throw our money at. And DK Metcalf, to me, sorry, productive, probably not the best teammate. And also, do you remember the last time we had a diva wide receiver? Stephon Diggs? How did that work out? Okay, moving on to the next part of our program. Done in Seattle. Man, Seattle just keeps getting double doses of bad news. Tyler Lockett has officially been released from the Seattle Seahawks, a legend in a Seahawks uniform. Here's what he had to say about his time in Seattle. I really enjoyed being in Seattle. I met so many great people and captured so many great memories. The 12s really make this place meaningful, although my time on the Seahawks may have run its course. I'm thankful for everything. God gets all the glory. Man, that just brings a tear to my eye. I remember when Tyler Lockett got to Seattle, and he was this 5'10" receiver, and you're like, who is this guy? He came in right around the time that Doug Baldwin was making headlines for himself, and those two guys went at it for a while. Then it was Lockett and DK. And if you look over the last 4 seasons of what Tyler Lockett was able to do, playing has not been an issue. The dude's been pretty much healthy his entirety of the last 4 years. But you can see the major drop-off from 2023 to 2024. I mean, to go from 79 receptions to 49, that's a 30-reception drop-off. Plus, went down to 600 yards. He only had 2 touchdowns. His drops is, getting significantly higher than 2022 and 2021. But it's not all bad. I mean, age happens for everybody. Father Time remains undefeated. And Tyler Lockett's resume is phenomenal. He's a first-team All-Pro. 2-time second-team All-Pro. He's a Pro Bowler in 2015. And, by the way, was also a dynamic special teams player, return yards leader in 2015. So when I look at Tyler Lockett and I say, well, is he a free agent signing that we could possibly sign? No. I don't think he adds anything to this wide receiver depth chart. I'm sorry. Khalil Shakir and he play very, very similar styles of football. And we just re-signed Shakir. Amari Cooper may come back. Keon Coleman, we talked about, probably going to take that next jump. And Curtis Samuel, a very nice wide receiver 4. We've also got him locked up as well. So, truth be told, Tyler Lockett, not on our radar. Not on my radar, at least. And I don't think he's on the Bills' radar as well. He's also getting way up there in age. Was he 33, 34 years old? He's not a spring chicken anymore. At least DK Metcalf has the advantage of age on his side. And speaking of DK and Tyler Lockett, tell me the receiver that you would pick. Would you take DK Metcalf or would you take Tyler Lockett? Type DK for DK Metcalf. That's pretty funny, his initials. And then Tyler Lockett, TL. Tell me who you would pick in today's comments. Now, it's time. I want to add a little something. I'm brand new here at Chat Sports, and thank you to Mr. Jack Lotteray for producing this video for me. So this is the first time I'm actually doing this, Mr. Producer. I wanted to add a little bit of spice to my videos. I was actually talking to my dad about this. He was like, you need to add something that is your own. You can't just talk about football. You got to add some entertainment value. And I was like, sheesh, way to call me out. So one thing that I like to do, and I'm not saying I'm any good at them, I like to throw around impressions a lot. Here's a little random impression. I'm going to think of one off the top of my head. Let's do Forrest Gump. Now, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I can run like the wind blows. I love you, Jenny. How was that? Yeah, that's fine.
I think it was great. Get in the comments and let Moose know.
Yeah, grade it.
What impression he should do next.
Ooh, I like that too. So grade the impression A, B, C, D, or F, and tell me if there's an impression that you would want me to do next time. And speaking of next time, that is going to be it for us today here on Bills Breakdown. Remember to subscribe. It's completely free. Hit that big thumbs up button. Send this to a Bills fan you know. Like I said earlier on in the video, we are trying to make this the premier destination for Bills coverage on YouTube. We'll see you next.